Ever found yourself in an English conversation and you feel like you're almost there, tracking everything,
Hmm.
but then some tiny, really common phrase just trips you up? Or maybe you hear something simple and you just know there's more going on underneath.
Oh, absolutely. Happens all the time. It's quite remarkable, isn't it, how just a few words strung together can carry so much uh, baggage almost,
Yeah.
so much nuance.
Exactly. They're not just words. They're like these little communication power tools, packed with context, emotion, all the unspoken stuff.
That native speakers just sort of get
Yeah.
instinctively.
Right. And that's precisely what we're diving into today. We're taking a plunge into the fascinating world of everyday English phrases.
The ones you hear constantly.
Yeah, those ones. They seem so simple, maybe even a bit boring on the surface, but they're actually key for conveying subtle meanings, feeling the whole situation, really.
So our mission today, essentially, is to grab a handful of these common phrases, ones you'd find in any practical English phrase book, and really pull them apart.
Unpack them. Yeah.
We want to extract the most useful bits of knowledge, the key insights, give you, our listener, a bit of a shortcut to feeling really well informed about how practical English actually works day to day.
It's not just about the dictionary definition, is it? It's the how and the why these phrases matter out there in real life.
Exactly. How versatile are they? What subtle messages are they sending? How does understanding them actually make your communication better, clearer, more effective?
So whether you're, getting ready for a meeting or trying to get up to speed in a new field, or maybe you're just super curious about how language works.
Which is a perfectly valid reason.
Totally. We're aiming for those aha moments, but, without drowning you in jargon or too much information.
Keeping it practical.
Keeping it practical. So are you ready? Because our first phrase is one that definitely signals action. Get a move on.
Get a move on. A perfect place to start. Because, yeah, on the face of it, it's pretty straightforward. Hurry up. Start doing something.
Simple command. Simple command. But like so many of these, the real juice is in the context, the nuance, the stuff it implies beyond just speed.
Right. Because it literally means speed up or start something. You hear it everywhere. Parents, coaches, managers.
Absolutely. But it's not just about going faster, is it? There's this underlying sense that things aren't moving right now.
Okay. So it implies a current state of slowness
Yeah.
or inaction.
Precisely. A state that needs to change. It's about kickstarting momentum or maybe accelerating progress that's already happening, but too slowly.
So it's not just run faster. It could be start running.
Exactly. Think about, say, a team brainstorming. Lots of ideas, maybe, but no one's actually doing anything with them yet. Someone might jump in with, okay, great ideas, everyone. Now let's get a move on and actually try one out.
Right. Moving from talk to action.
It's about shifting gears, overcoming inertia. There's often this background hum of inefficiency or potential inefficiency that the phrase targets.
And the tone can be wildly different too, can it? It's not always a sharp command. Not at all. It could be really gentle. Friends getting ready to go out. Come on, we need to get a move on or we'll miss the movie.
Yeah, that feels collaborative. Like, we're in this together. Let's pick up the pace. Shared goal.
It's a friendly nudge. Cooperative urgency, not coercive.
But then think about a parent talking to a kid who's dragging their feet getting ready for school.
Oh, completely different vibe.
Right. Get a move on. We're going to be late. The
Yeah.
tone there is probably firm, maybe a bit exasperated.
Definitely exasperated sometimes.
Mhm.
And there's a clear, direct consequence implied being late for school. It's not just a suggestion anymore.
The stakes feel higher, more personal, and the relationship is different too, more hierarchical maybe.
Absolutely. The intonation, the prosody, as linguists call it, carries so much of that emotional weight and relational dynamic.
And then shift again to, say, a work environment, a team leader. Okay, team, let's get a move on with this report. The presentation's in an hour.
Right. That sounds different again. It's professional. Urgent, yes, but maybe not angry or frustrated. More focused.
Yeah, focused. It signals a shared deadline, a common objective. It's about getting the job done efficiently, together, rallying the troops, not pointing fingers.
And that implicit communication is key, isn't it? Almost every time you hear get a move on, time is a major factor. There's a deadline looming, or you risk missing something.
An opportunity, a train, the start of the movie.
Exactly. Or even just annoying the people who are waiting. The underlying message is always, the current pace isn't good enough for this situation.
We need to accelerate Or something negative happens.
Precisely. It's like a little verbal alarm bell for the timing of activity.
So it really does seem to tap into that cultural emphasis, in many English-speaking places anyway, on efficiency, on punctuality, on not wasting time.
I think it does. We value getting things done, sticking to schedules. The phrase itself is so compact, get a move on, but it packs in all that pressure about momentum and time.
It's like a tiny linguistic reflection of a value system.
It really is. Think about it. A culture where that phrase wasn't common might have a very different, maybe more relaxed relationship with time. The fact that we use it so often says something about our rhythm, doesn't it?
It definitely does. Leveraging time, avoiding delays. Fascinating how much is packed into 3 little words.
It is.
Okay, so from that urgency of action, let's pivot to something requiring absolute precision, when clarity is just non-negotiable. Our next phrase, that's K for Korea.
Ah, yes. A brilliant example of how we actively fight ambiguity in language. Its purpose is just laser-focused, isn't it?
Totally. Make a letter absolutely, positively clear, no mistakes allowed.
Especially in those situations where mistakes are really likely or really costly.
Oh yeah, phone calls are the classic, right? Bad line, background noise.
Accents playing a role.
Exactly. Is that a B or a P, an M or an N, S or F? It can be impossible to tell sometimes.
It's a genuine communication hurdle.
Right.
And a wrong letter in an address or an email or a booking reference, they can cause real problems.
Lost packages, missed flights, wrong email addresses. Yeah. So this phrase is like a little lifesaver.
It is. And the way it works is through the power of association. You link that potentially tricky letter sound like K to a word that's super well known, easily recognized, and starts with that distinct sound.
Like Korea.
Exactly. Korea is distinct. Pretty much everyone knows it. And that K sound is clear. It anchors the letter, makes it unmistakable, cuts right through the potential confusion.
It's like you're bypassing the sound ambiguity by using a whole clear concept.
Precisely. It's the same principle behind things like the NATO phonetic alphabet. Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Kilo for K.
Right, words chosen specifically because they're easy to understand even over crackly radio.
They maximize distinctiveness. So K for Korea is like a less formal, everyday version of that same strategy.
And it's not just for spelling names, is it? I've heard it for confirming codes, reference numbers. Anything where getting the letters exactly right is critical.
Absolutely. Imagine confirming a password or a license plate over the phone. Okay, that's 7JK, J as in jungle, K as in Korea. You're double-checking, locking it down.
Removing all doubt. Because errors in those contexts could be serious.
Definitely. Think about giving your name over the phone. Someone says, my last name is Kim. If the line's bad, could that be Jim? Or something else. But if they add, that's K for Korea, I am.
Instantly clear, no confusion possible.
It acts as this immediate error correction tool. Really vital in, say, international calls where you have different accents interacting.
And the choice of the word itself matters, right? Korea works because it's globally known. You probably wouldn't say K for kangaroo in every situation.
Well, you might, but Korea has that broad recognition. The clarifying word needs to be unambiguous itself. It needs to be a stronger signal than the letter sound alone.
So it's like we're using these shared cultural or geographical touchstones as cognitive shortcuts.
Exactly. We're leveraging shared knowledge to overcome the limitations of phonetics. It really speaks to our fundamental human need for certainty in communication, especially when information has to be precise.
We find these creative ways to guarantee accuracy.
We do. It bypasses the shaky ground of similar sounds by relying on the solid ground of a clearly understood concept or name. It's a clever linguistic workaround.
It really is a simple solution to a complex problem.
Okay, so from making things crystal clear, let's move to opening the door for interaction, offering help, a phrase we hear constantly. How can I help you?
Ah, yes. The classic opener. It's such a fundamental phrase for initiating contact, especially in any kind of service context.
It really is ubiquitous, isn't it? It's like the standard greeting in so many situations.
It functions as this open-ended invitation. It says, I'm here, I'm ready to listen, tell me what you need. It's a verbal handshake, really.
And so versatile. You hear it from a shop assistant walking up to you.
Good morning. How can I help you today?
Right. Or the person answering the customer service line. Thank you for calling tech support. How can I help you?
A doctor or nurse talking to a patient, even just a helpful stranger on the street.
Or a friend offering support. Its range is huge.
And what it does immediately, I think, is set a certain tone, a tone of willingness, of service.
Openness. Readiness to assist. It frames the interaction right from the start.
It also sort of defines the roles, doesn't it? Speaker, helper, listener, person with a need. It sets up that dynamic.
It does create that structure. And while it's often used in transactional settings, buying something, getting information, solving a problem, the way it's said, can change everything.
Totally. It can sound purely functional or it can sound genuinely warm and empathetic.
Exactly. Imagine seeing someone looking completely lost, maybe looking at a map with a frown. If you go up and say, softly, "Excuse me, you look a bit lost. How can I help you?" That's not transactional at all.
No, that's pure empathy, personal concern.
The context, the intonation, maybe your body language, it transforms the phrase from a service script into a genuine human offer of assistance. It's all about the pragmatics, how we use language in context.
So it's more than just asking, what do you want? It's building a bridge, establishing a connection, even if it's brief.
I think so. It reflects a sort of societal value we place on helpfulness, on being willing to solve problems for each other. It's part of the social fabric.
Why do you think it's so effective at getting people to respond, to state their need?
Well, it's direct, which is efficient,
Yeah.
but it's also polite. Crucially, though, it's open-ended.
Ah, right. It doesn't guess what the person needs.
Exactly. It's not a closed question like, "Can I help you find the shoes?" or "Are you looking for support with X issue?" It's broad. "How can I help you?" It puts the power in the listener's hands to define their own need, their own problem, their own request.
Which probably leads to a better understanding of the actual situation.
Much better. It avoids assumptions. It invites the person to explain fully, which is usually the first step to actually getting the right kind of help. It's a very skillful way of asking without presuming.
That's a great way to put it. Asking without presuming. Okay, a foundational phrase indeed. Now, moving from initiating help to actually delivering something or identifying who it's for, let's look at it's for you.
It's for you. So simple, so direct, but again, deceptively powerful in how it works.
It's all about designation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pointing something out and saying this belongs to you or this is intended for you.
Exactly. And the key player here is that tiny word, it.
Right. It is doing all the work because it could be anything.
Absolutely anything present in the immediate context. A phone receiver being handed over, a package that just arrived, a letter from the mailbox, a drink the waiter is bringing.
A present someone's holding out.
Precisely. The phrase relies entirely on the shared context, the shared environment, for it to have any meaning. This is what linguists call deixis, pointing with words.
So the phrase itself is minimal, but the context fills in all the blanks.
It's incredibly efficient. Think about answering the phone at home. You listen, realize it's not for you, and you just hold up the phone and say, "It's for you."
Done. No need to say, someone named Sarah is on the phone and wishes to speak with you.
Exactly. The situation makes the meaning obvious. Or a delivery person rings the doorbell, holds up a box, "It's for you." We instantly know it is the parcel.
It's a linguistic shortcut enabled by us physically being there and seeing the same thing.
And it often implies an immediate next step for the listener, doesn't it?
Yeah, like take the phone, open the package, read the message.
Engage with the it.
And the emotional tone can vary here too, right? It's often just neutral, purely informational.
Like the waiter placing your food down.
Yeah.
"Here's the lasagna, it's for you." Just confirming the order.
But if someone hands you a brightly wrapped box and says excitedly, "It's for you,"
Then the tone carries anticipation, maybe surprise, joy. Or if it's a formal-looking envelope delivered by special courier and someone says gravely, "It's for you."
urgency, seriousness, maybe even worry.
The three words remain the same, but the emotional color comes entirely from the delivery and the context surrounding the it.
It really underscores how much communication happens beyond the words themselves, how much we rely on context, on shared understanding of the situation.
Hugely important. The power of that unstated it is fascinating. Listeners just intuitively fill in the blank based on what they see, what just happened, what they expect. Without that shared context, "It's for you" would be completely baffling.
It's like our brains are constantly scanning the environment to decode these minimal utterances.
It's incredibly efficient processing. We trust the listener to use their eyes and ears and background knowledge to complete the message. It's a form of linguistic teamwork almost.
Linguistic teamwork, I like that. Okay, so from designating a recipient, let's shift to defining a time frame, setting an expectation about when something will happen. Our final phrase, in an hour.
In an hour. Seems straightforward 60 minutes from now, but the nuance.
Right, because it rarely means exactly 60 minutes from this very second, does it?
Yeah. Almost never. It's precise about the duration, 1 hour. but it's actually defining a window of time.
A window within the next 60 minutes.
Exactly. It means sometime within that upcoming hour, or that something will be completed by the end of that hour. It could be in 5 minutes, it could be in 55 minutes.
So it gives a clear boundary, but with a bit of flexibility built in.
Which is crucial for managing expectations realistically. If someone says, I'll meet you in an hour, they're giving you a reliable time frame, but allowing for minor things like traffic or finishing up a task.
They're not promising arrival at precisely 4:37 p.m.
No. It signals commitment to that time frame, conveys reasonable promptness, but avoids setting an impossibly rigid target. It implies predictability without being absolute.
And we use it constantly for scheduling and planning, don't we?
Oh, all the time. Service estimates are a big one. The repair will be done in an hour.
Manages the customer's waiting time.
Exactly. Or setting meeting times. Let's reconnect in an hour. Predicting arrivals. The train should be here in an hour. Making promises. I'll call you back in an hour.
It's a fundamental unit for near-future planning.
It really is. And it's important to distinguish it from, say, for an hour.
Right. I worked for an hour means the activity lasted 60 minutes.
Whereas I'll start work in an hour means the work will begin sometime within the next 60 minutes or after 60 minutes have passed. It's about when something happens, not how long it happens.
That's a key distinction, especially for learners. The meeting is in an hour versus the meeting is for an hour. Very different meanings.
Very different. One tells you when to show up, the other tells you how long you'll be stuck there.
Huh. Right. So, in an hour sets this expectation, this period of anticipation. The pizza will arrive in an hour. You know roughly when to expect the doorbell.
It feels immediate enough to be relevant, doesn't it? An hour isn't some distant future time, but it's also long enough to allow for things to happen, for preparation. It's a very human scale of time for short-term planning.
What does that say about how we perceive time, do you think? Why is an hour such a useful chunk?
Well, it's a standard globally understood unit, first off. But maybe it hits a sweet spot psychologically. It's long enough for substantial things to occur, travel, a meeting, cooking a meal, but short enough that we can mentally grasp it easily and plan around it without feeling overwhelmed.
It's manageable.
It's manageable. Imagine if our standard short-term unit was in 17 minutes or in 3 hours. It would make daily coordination much harder. In an hour provides this convenient, widely accepted temporal landmark.
It brings a sense of order and predictability to our near future.
Exactly. In a world full of uncertainty, having these simple ways to frame near-future time helps us synchronize, coordinate, and reduces anxiety. It's a small phrase doing big work in organizing our lives.
Absolutely. It's quite amazing when you stop and think about it. We've covered quite a bit of ground here unpacking these 5 phrases.
Get a move on carries urgency, cultural values about time.
That's K for Korea is all about battling ambiguity, ensuring absolute clarity.
How can I help you? Is this versatile gateway to interaction, framing relationships, and service.
It's for you relies so heavily on shared context to designate a recipient efficiently.
And in an hour, precisely defines a near-future time frame, managing expectations and enabling coordination.
Each one is like a little linguistic tool, perfectly shaped for a specific communication job.
They really are crucial tools for navigating everyday English effectively. Understanding them isn't just about vocabulary, it's about understanding the nuances of interaction, the unspoken rules, the cultural backdrop.
It equips you, our listener, to be more fluent, definitely more confident, and just generally a more well-informed communicator in English. You start to pick up on those subtle layers.
These are the kinds of phrases that bridge the gap between just knowing words and truly understanding how the language is used by native speakers. They're shortcuts to deeper comprehension, really.
Absolutely. So maybe a final thought to leave everyone with. Think about the phrases you use constantly in your own native language, the ones that seem totally ordinary.
The ones you don't even think about.
Exactly. What hidden meanings, what unspoken assumptions, what cultural fingerprints might be embedded in their simple structures? What kind of deep dive could you do into your own everyday expressions?
That's a fascinating challenge, to turn that analytical lens onto the language we take for granted every single day. There's always more to discover.